When are you going to get tired of walking around, looking, feeling, expressing yourself like a caterpillar? Meaning, taking so long to go to that cocoon and become who you were put here to be. See, if you look out in nature, it shows you. You know, if you want to grow some fruit, vegetables, whatever, you have to take that seed and put it in the soil. You have to hide it from yourself. You have to give it back to God. When are you going to walk away from the world on trying to prove something to people, constantly comparing yourself to others, constantly trying to show something you got that you don't have? See, every one of those things I just called out, I've been there and I've done that and got nowhere. But until I was willing to say, you know what, I'm going to have to miss going out with these people. I'm going to have to stop going around or going to family events that causes me to end up crying on my way back home or feeling like, you know, less than or unwanted after leaving those circumstances, right? I'm gonna have to be willing to stay in my lane because there's no traffic in my lane and allow God to meet me there. I'm gonna have to really put myself in the midst of a certain energy so that I can be risen to a certain frequency, and then my environment matches that, right? See, we used to play a game when we were younger. It used to be like the cards flipped upside down and you had to flip one and then you try to flip another one to match it. That's kind of how life is. We meet people to see if they are a match to our destiny. But see, if you haven't found your character by experimenting with yourself to know what you want and what you don't want, what you like and what you don't like, then people that you run into or that people that God has to cross your path, you'll cling on to every one of those people if they have something shiny to show or have a good story to tell, or they stroke your ego. Say it's a man, he tell the woman, oh, you're beautiful, text you every morning, oh, I was thinking about you, oh, I love you, sending you roses, all this external stuff, right? Same thing for a woman. If a man, you got a woman that is stroking your ego. She's dressed in a certain way to keep your attention. She's kind of like the woman on Coming to America. When the man asked them, when the Prince did what Eddie Murphy did when he was younger, you know, when the Prince had the queen come to him, the fake one, and she was a yes woman, constantly saying yes to this and yes to that. Your vision is, when he asked her, what's your vision? What do you have like that you want to do in this world? And she said, whatever you want to do. Well, what business you want to open? Whatever business you want to open. Oh, it was always just a mockingbird. And you don't want that. No man, no woman want a yes woman or a yes man. We want someone that has a vision for their life. Because when you have a vision for your life, you motivate me to keep moving forward on the vision for my life. And then when we get together, we have something to talk about. It has substance. Yeah, I went and I tried this today and it didn't quite work, so I ended up changing it up, and I'm going to do this later on today or tomorrow, and then hopefully I'm going to get a different result. It's like you're a scientist, and this one over here is a scientist too. You are an alchemist of your own reality. And you will never get there if you're trying to do something you see somebody else do. You know, that's what made me stop teaching about trucking and how to start trucking and all that. And it brought me back home to now display and teach people on how to find yourself. Find your own melody, your own beat of your drum. Find God. That's the best thing we can teach people. It ain't about me teaching you how to get better credit, me teaching you how to start a business. None of that. That's fluff, family. And we got a lot of people out here right now that are influencing individuals to do that, to still not focus on themselves. So people like me, they may look at like, oh, he ain't talking about nothing because I'm grinding. I'm trying to get it right now. I'm trying to get you to grow right now. See, the universe trying to get all of us to grow right now. Because once you find the kingdom, everything will be added. See, if you don't know what you're here to do, you're going to constantly be mocking somebody, whether you want to agree with me or not. You're going to constantly be a mockingbird. And God is not here for people that want to copy. He don't want to copy. Because the original is worth more than a copy. He want the original. Ain't nothing like an original spirit. Something that brings a different essence, a different flow to the scene. That's why I got away from what's in right now. No, the only thing that's in right now is the present moment and consistent creation. See, I never know what's going to come through me when I set this camera and I hit record. I allow the universe to take its course, to flow. Because at the end of the day, family, until you have learned and mastered to a certain extent who you are, when you look in the mirror, you know who you are. Like when I look into this camera, I know I am Mr. Create the Flow. I am here to reconnect with myself as well as others that are like-minded, that are on their journey. Now, once we got that, we have the foundation, we got the walls up, we got the roof on this house, this temple that we are. Now I can invite people in that are on the same caliber or higher, right? I ain't trying to let people in that so-called already know and they already got their stuff together and they don't want to expand their consciousness. I'm not here for them. I'm here for the ones that say, man, you know, I've tried. It didn't work this way. Man, I don't know what to do. I'm here for you. Because I was you. I'm not better than you. I'm not a millionaire at this time. I am a person that has found peace that $1 million could never give me. If I would have got $1 million before I found me, I would have been a sad soul, family, because then I would have got it thinking that would have gave me what I have already. You know, it's nothing like being able to get up with a clear conscience. You don't have to worry about running around 100 employees, running behind 100 employees trying to keep things in order just to keep a certain number in the bank account. It's something about just being able to get up every day, having food to eat, water to drink, a vehicle to drive, a way to make income, a nice clear consciousness to even be able to share some of the light that's being poured in you. That's heaven, family. That's harmony, family. You know, like, cut the distractions, family, and go into the cocoon. You deserve to be that butterfly. God hasn't brought you this far for you to still stay outside the house and struggle. Look like you got it, but don't have it. Act like you got it, but really don't. Be around people that got it, but you don't got your stuff together. It's time to break away with love. And if they really love you, they understand that you or we all have to go into the wilderness and get with God one-on-one in order for us to become back or become what we were put here to be. It's something about life, man. You live it forward, but you learn it backwards, and it's the same way when it comes down to growth. You have to go down in order to come up. So take your time that you're being prepped, every season that you're being prepped, take it as that. Not as a why it's happening to me or why me or what. No, it's you because God chose you. It knew that you had what it took. But the only thing that's lacking is you believing and knowing that you got what it takes. That's the message, family. And it's wild, you know, I just got finished sweeping my deck off and I'm about to go to the gym. And I was just like, man, you know, I want to share that. So I hope that this message helped you, you know, get comfortable being uncomfortable. Because in your uncomfortable state of being is when growth takes place. When you bury yourself, that's when God starts working. When you always out in the world, that's the world working on you. The world can't do what God can do. That's how you know the dark is just as well as the light. Being out in the world is the light. So don't sit here and say, oh, I'm not dark, I'm light. Well, God meets you in the dark too. It's both. In the dark where you grow. In the light is where you show what God has done to you, with you, and for you. And once you get there, you share it with the world. Because you and the world are one. Till the next message, family.